Coverage of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, call 509-888-8887. Live well with Coldwell. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE channel. I'm Eric Granstrom as we introduce you to the top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant, which is coming your way on Saturday, February 14th. Our first candidate is here, Brielle Precht, who's the daughter of Kevin and Julianne. Hi there.
Hello, yes, I'm Brielle Precht and I'm running for Apple Blossom. I'm from Eastmont High School and I'm super excited for this opportunity.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I decided to run for Apple Blossom. I think it's been a lifelong goal of mine just to do it. I've always grown up and seen other girls do it and I've always thought it was such a cool thing. I've always loved being involved in my community. I do a lot of community involvement and FBLA, clubs, all of it, and I just think it would be a really fun way to interact and involve. And I think it would just be fun to inspire other girls with medical conditions or not. I have type 1 diabetes, so I think it would be really fun to represent other kids and just show them that they can also do it too.
Do you have any personal knowledge of anybody who's been part of the Royal Court in the past?
Yes, so Ella Johnson, I'm really good friends with her, so that's been really fun. I also am friends with Ella Stimmel's younger brother Payson, and so yeah, it's been really fun to kind of like see their processes.
So what's been the most, in this process, you go through so much, what's been the most unique part of it for you so far?
I think the most unique part of it was probably the Apple tour. So that was really fun. My grandpa, he's kind of involved in the Apple industry. So just to see how that all works and the behind the scenes, that was an awesome experience. So
I'm reading your bio, in which everybody can see that on the Apple Blossom website, appleblossom.org. There was a couple of things that jumped out. Rugby and nails.
Yes, a very unlikely combo.
How can you? Okay, explain that one for me.
Yes, so I started playing rugby last year, and I've been a volleyball player all my life, and I just kind of decided to go to rugby, and it was kind of interesting. It was like the first practice I just jumped in, and it was like the time of my life. I think I'm a really like non-aggressive person, like normally, like I'm very calm, not aggressive at all, but it's so fun to just get in there in rugby and just be able to tackle and like get the ball and everything. I have so much fun with it. It's been a blast. I love it.
So how are you sporting nails while you're doing rugby?
Yes,
or?
I do.
Oh.
So I had a little career as a nail tech, so I do those on the side, and I have it like out of my house. It's called Nails by Brie 509. Anyway, and I have people come to my house, and I do their nails, and it's just fun. I think it's a really fun way to get creativity out, and it's productive, which I really like.
So did you know somebody that was involved in rugby? How did you just decide, hey, I'm going to do rugby?
Yes, so my friend, actually, she played rugby, and she goes also to Eastmont, and she texts me, and she's like, hey, Brielle, you got to come do this. You seem like you'd be really good at it, and I did, and I'm really glad I did. It's super fun.
I know that you have a trajectory for yourself, but this might be a little difficult question. So 10 years from now, I see you. Who are you, and what are you doing?
I want to be a nurse. I really want to be an ER nurse, maybe eventually a flight nurse. Also, right now, I'm in the process of making an app for kids with type 1 diabetes, and I'm in the funding stage right now. So hopefully I can get my funding so I can really get it started. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to do, is be a nurse, maybe a flight nurse, and then also have my app for kids with type 1 diabetes.
Okay. All right. So how much money do you have to raise for putting an app together? They're not cheap, I imagine.
No, they're not. I think it's about $150,000. So yeah, I'm talking to a few investors right now, but it's just getting my investors. I have my pitch deck and like my business plan and everything already. So it's just talking to investors and hoping I can get that funding. But I think it would make a really big difference if I could get it.
Are you doing crowdfunding or anything like that? Or?
That's kind of my last resort right now. I would rather get it from like an investor. Yeah. So I'm talking to some, like investors in like the Seattle area and all around right now. And then, I'm kind of in like the beginning processes of getting funding. So I think if I can't get investors like down the road, then that's something I would consider.
Gotcha. So strength and weakness. What is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness?
My biggest strength, I think my biggest strength is I'm not afraid to start something new or just try something out of the blue. I ran a marathon, no training, and started an app, started a nails business. I think I'm really entrepreneurial, and I think I'm able to be confident in it, and I believe in myself. So I think that's a really big strength. I think another one of my strengths is I'm really kind and empathetic. I have a really big heart for others, and advocating and helping others is a really big deal for me. I think probably historically I'm getting better. One of my biggest weaknesses has been time management. You can ask my mom, and organization. Sometimes my room is sometimes a little bit messy, but I'm getting better. But yeah, I'd say time management and organization have historically been a little bit of an issue, but getting better.
This process will kind of force you to be better at that, right?
Yes. I'm making strides.
If you had a day, a whole day, that was yours to do whatever you could do, whatever you wanted to do, what would you do?
Okay, let's think. I would probably start, if it were in summer, I would probably start up at Lakeside Surf up in Chelan. I'm a surf coach there, and I'd probably get some surfing in my morning. And then I would probably go out to breakfast somewhere and probably get maybe like French toast or something good. And then I would do a workout, probably rock climb or go on a hike, and then maybe go shopping with my friends, and then maybe finish it off by going to a concert or something like that.
That's a day.
Full day. I have to get it all in.
How about that? So if I went to your best friend and said, okay, describe Brielle for me, what would they say?
I think they'd say I'm really kind and I really try to think about others. I think that's probably what they would say. I always like to check in on my friends and just a lot of people around me just to make sure they're doing good. I think they would also say I'm really driven and really smart. I think that's probably what they would say.
That's a pretty good friend, pretty good qualities right there.
Sure hope so.
So what's the question I didn't ask that you were all prepared to knock out of the park from me today?
I was kind of surprised you didn't ask me like a community involvement question.
Okay. Well, you say you're involved in the community. So what's the benchmark community involvement that would define Brielle?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
well, like
what do I do?
We're going to see you out in the community doing stuff or doing a particular activity. What would that be?
I'm involved in my school board, so I think I'm on the Eastmont school board. So probably somewhere like that.
Okay.
I'm on the school board, and I get to represent students at Eastmont, so that's been an awesome experience. I also started a food drive back in November. I noticed that people's SNAP benefits got cut, and I felt really bad. I couldn't imagine like relying on food and then just for food and then just kind of having it taken away. And so I started a food drive at the 2 grocery outlets, and I was really proud. I was actually able to get 4 boxes about this big full of food, and I donated that to Serve Wenatchee. So yeah, other than that, I've been involved in like FBLA, FCCLA, all of that, and then sports, volleyball, and rugby.
So where does that come from? Who provides the example for you to go, oh, okay. Is it mom, dad, something like that for you, like, okay, this is cool, I need to follow in the footsteps?
I think my dad. My dad is a big entrepreneur, and he owns like a lot of the funeral homes in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, and he just works super hard. And so I think to be able to see him and how he's been able to be successful and do what he's doing has been really cool. And I think I really look up to him because he's very much like me. Like, he's not afraid to go try something or do something, and that's something I really look up to.
Awesome. Well, Brielle, best of luck in this process.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being part of the top 10.
Thank you. I'm so happy about it. It's a great opportunity.
There you go, Brielle Precht joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel. We have 9 more of these top 10 candidates to meet, and we'll do that right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Don't forget to tune in to the Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. We'll have that live with our countdown to coronation on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 6:30 p.m. from the Numerica Pack. And then we'll follow that up with live coverage of the pageant right here on the NCWLIFE channel.